sengihambile bonke odokotela bethi baboni lutho.
I saw the people that were dying with scleroderma, and I saw the word no cure. It's going to be your worst, nightmare. How do you tell someone that she's dying? Knowing exactly what she has given her a sense of, I want to fight, I want to leave. This is where the journey starts now to mom's recovery. Dear Scleroderma, Dear Scleroderma, my name is Nosipo Shabang, former Miss Swaziland, and I'm writing to you on behalf of my mother, Thembi Shabang.
Mina ngiuThembi Zulu. Ngineminyaka ewu-56.
My mom was born during apartheid in farms of KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa.
Mama naye asebenza eplazini, la eplazini engaholi lutho, abaleke la eplazini, abalekele lo mlungu. Kusho ukuthi noma efikile ebhuti wami kufuneka afihle ukuthi ukhona ngoba lo mlungu uzombulala. Ekukhuleni kwami ngase ngidibana noMishak Shabang, ngathandana naye.
When I was born, there was still apartheid, so I had to be moved from Durban to Swaziland, and I had to live with my uncle. When she got to Swaziland, she was old, but she started going to school, and it was so wonderful to see her read and write. So I thought to myself, okay, she's gonna end there. Then she joined a design school.
Othanda into ukuthi ngithuthuke ngingahlali ngawuthenga kuphi ngidayisa ngithunga ngidayisa.
I didn't grow up in a family of 6. I grew up in a family of 20 because my mother took care of my cousins. We all lived in one house, and some of the kids, most of them their education was paid by my father and mother.
Banesikhathi sokuthi umyeni wami engasebenzi abengidayisa nje impela ngiphilisa abantwana bami ngidayisa.
She surprised all of us. I realized nothing can hold you back. Being Miss Swaziland was actually the greatest thing. In fact, most of my dresses when I was Miss Swaziland were made by my mother. There's no place like home, and you always want to go back because there's that sense of knowing who you are in terms of your culture. We have a very deep culture here. So as Miss Swaziland, I then realized that I can change my community and I'll change the world. But as you began to present yourself, my family and I painfully watched our mother suffer from your devastating effects. Her first symptoms were nausea and vomiting. My mother became worse. She became very thin. It was really bad. So I said to myself, no, it can't be just arthritis. It has to be something else. Her body started changing. She grew very dark in her arms and legs. Her fingers could not move and her teeth were falling out. I had to leave my high-paying job in Johannesburg, South Africa, and came back to the village. If I wanted to see my mother alive, I had to go back. I had to resign, so I left. I had to bathe her, dress her, and take her to hospital, was hours away from our village.
Sengibuyele phansi njengomntwana.
You had to basically do everything for her.
Bavele bethi nje akunalo ukuthi manje bese ngiphatha kabuhlungu ukuthi kanti nginani.
People in the community thought she was dying of AIDS. I know it was a bad thing, but I prayed she had HIV because you can manage HIV. Finally, we reached a diagnosis and we had your name for the first time, Scleroderma.
Bese ngigula ngifa vele lapho. Sengigula ngifa. Wathi nalokugula sengibulawa nayila maphilisi labanginike wona.
How do you tell someone that she's dying in 2 months? Because I was there translating to her and I couldn't tell her. I sat my family down and explained what Scleroderma was, trying to tell them in a manner that will bring hope. But everybody could see that indeed this was a very serious disease.
Emoyeni wami ngaphatheka kabuhlungu kakhulu ngoba ngangazi ukuthi sekuyini ke lokhu okuqala nje ukuphatha mina endaweni esiphila kuyo kuqale nje ngami ngaphatheka kabi kakhulu. Ukuthi ngikholwe kungisize kakhulu nokuthi ngiyesontweni ke.
This is where the journey starts now to mom's recovery.
Ngiyambonga nje uNkulunkulu ukuthi babe khona abantu abami bangisizile eduze kwami banginakekela.
At first it was difficult, to start the journey to her healing. Because before it was like she had lost hope. Now she's got that spirit of, I want to conquer this. So in a way she's accepted that, she's got scleroderma and she's got hope. We come from a rural village. There are no pamphlets or information in any of the hospitals or clinics around.
Njengokuthi mina ngibe nenhlanhla mina ngabonakala ukuthi nginescleroderma. Kangangokuthi ngajabula ngoba ngabafica nababagula ngescleroderma. Ngithole kakhulu nabantu abangisapotayo empilweni yami.
At first, I thought to myself, I asked myself, why do I need to tell people that my mom is sick? I sit and ask myself, what if my mom was diagnosed early? I'm hopeful that with more awarenesses, more resources and programs will be brought to Swaziland so that those who suffer like my mother will no longer have to travel great distances for the care they need. My mom's daily routine, if she does, your homely chores, then it's going to affect her health. But it's her being alive and, her being with her grandchildren.
Ngoba nangu umntwana lomncane sibukiwe akabona ukuthi ngiyagula yena. Fika gibele kimi athi gogo angiqabuze azasho gogo ngiyakuthanda bese ngithi mina maye uNkulunkulu ungibusisile ngalomntwana.
Scleroderma, you have greatly challenged my mother, our family, and our community with your existence. And we share our story in hopes that we can help as many people in our country as possible to see a brighter future and a greater level of care.